Right now guys, you're going to observe that the foliage of the squash keeps on growing, although it's very hot, and it keeps on crawling from one side to another, and it fills the entire space in here, and even the root system underneath. If if for example a squash, there is another plant nearby, it will be suffering because the nutrients from the soil, mostly the one who will be consuming it is actually the squash. So it is expected that the squash should provide us some kind of fruit, because without fruit, no, they are a vine, like the scripture is saying. If there is no fruit, it needs to be cut. The vine needs to be cut. So in this entire area, I have no idea why is it that the squash fruit really is very seldom. I mean, there are attempts previously of the squash to provide us some kind of fruit, but it didn't succeed, especially at the time when the summer heats, and then there is this sudden change in temperature. So beneath, in fact, it already established like a shadow, that when you are in here, you're down in here, you are at some point being protected from the direct heat of the sun. So what I'm going to show to you is a month-old squash. I mean, the fruit of the squash. So as you can see in here, I believe it already started to mature. Yeah, you can observe in the skin the greenish color of the skin, the lighter color of the skin. Right now it changes into like it became strong. The complexion right now became strong. So hoping that it will remain in here, and it will not be stolen up until the time that we can desirably harvest this, because my target is that I need to ripen it properly, so that the seeds also we're going to plant, no longer for us to buy again from the market. Because as you know, I bought some squash, a slice of it from the market, and I dried it up, and I see to it that after drying it up, I planted it in here, and that was like 5 months ago, and this is now its base. No, it keeps on growing, and the one that gives us, I mean, the vine that gives us the fruit is the one. This is the one. Congratulations to you. I like you, huh? So to all the vines in there that's still fruitless, think of it. Think of it, because if you are fruitless, we have to cut you, right? We have to cut you. We have to threaten you. Also in this here, if you don't have a fruit this week, no, if you don't have this fruit this week, or if you don't have fruit today, then we are going to cut you off. Oh, miracle! Because of what I have said, the the squash automatically showed up its fruit. What you're going to do, you have to take care of this fruit. You have to protect it, especially from insects, and also from ants. The red ants, they normally eat the flesh. Yeah, they normally eat the flesh. So moving on, there is also another one, which it seems that our squash plantation is, there is one area there, and then there is another section here, and there is another section here also. and the other section here. So if you are going to sum it up, there are four sections covered with squash plantation, and I like that. I didn't notice. Did not even count whenever I saw some kind of space. Then I just have to go there and cultivate and prepare the soil, and then plant. Oh, okay, okay. Another one. Although it's very small, it's still very tiny. I hope it will mature and it will continue. Please, okay, to those vines I'm calling, if you don't desire to produce some kind of fruit like this one, as you can see in here, I'm really amazed with this squash. I remember I bought the squash flesh from Millennium Supermarket. As far as I could recall, and I cook it and brought some to the office and eat it with my colleagues. And this one, it's very huge. See, it's very huge, and this is only 3 weeks. Yeah. How did I know? Yes, I know because I am always coming in here. I'm always coming in here. This is only 3 weeks, and I could sense that this is still very young. It means that there are still space for this squash to grow and to expand. It keeps expanding. That is why I am worried last 3 days, because it keeps on, you know, as it keeps on increasing its weight. I'm worried about the vine. That's why I put a support in here. I put a rope, and at the same time I took some wood and fix this platform in here so that it will freely recline, and it will freely, not recline, it will freely sit in here. So it seems also that it recline, because the other side, maybe if the squash is tired like us, we also recline, and it seems that the position of this squash is reclining. Oh, so nice. Yeah, I like it. I like it so much.